If you're running Ubuntu Server and you haven't set up the firewall yet, you are exposed. UFW, the uncomplicated firewall, is a built-in tool that comes with Ubuntu Server that makes managing firewall rules actually manageable. Today I'm going from the basics all the way to the advanced techniques. So let's go. So UFW is basically the front end for IP tables. So IP tables is powerful but complex. UFW simplifies it to the human-readable commands, and it comes pre-installed on Ubuntu 26.04. So let's jump to the computer screen and start setting up some rules. Step number 1, default policies. To set up that, we type the command sudo UFW default and then deny incoming. You have to type incoming, tab won't work. Okay, and then I'm going to enter the password. Okay, now you can see it says default incoming policy changed to deny. Be sure to update your rules accordingly. And the second rule we're going to do is sudo UFW default allow outgoing. So let me type this, hit enter, and then I will explain what this rule is gonna do. So by setting deny incoming, that means anything from internet cannot get into your Ubuntu server. But allowing everything out, that means if you ping google.com, that is allowed. But if somebody tries from outside on internet to ping your address or try to access your address, that is denied. Like everything incoming is denied, everything outgoing is allowed. So that's the basic rule we set on the firewall. So by default, everything incoming is denied, everything outgoing is allowed. So these have become now the default rules, but we will add things up in case if we want to SSH into server or do any kind of different modification, we will do on the top of that. But by default, these two rules will be applied. Step number 2, allowing some essential application like SSH, TCP, or UDP, how we can do that. So I will show you two, one with the SSH or like with the service name, or you can do that with the port number. So if I type sudo UFW, so that's the first thing I'm going to type, sudo UFW. If you're logged in as root, then sudo is not optional, like you don't need to type sudo. Type UFW, then we're going to allow, and then the service name SSH. I can type that, or I can type 22/TCP. So these are two different ways you can allow with the name. So it's like really simple. If I do just SSH and hit enter, now you can see rules updated. And the first one is showing for rules updated, it's for IPv4, and then rules updated v6 means updated for IPv6. Okay, and then if I want to allow the HTTP service, I'm gonna type sudo UFW allow, and then I can type HTTP, or I can type port 80/TCP, and then you can see it says rules has been updated. So that way we are allowing only two services, but anything else is denied. And one more thing, in my previous video we changed the SSH port. In case if you have SSH port changed, then you're going to type in the port number and then /TCP. Okay, and then step number 3, we are going to allow specific IP address just to make it more secure. Like if you want to specify from this IP address, SSH is allow only. So that is even more secure. Like I can do with my current IP address. So let me show you my IP address, and then I will apply this rule, and I'll try with a different IP address, and then I will try with my current IP address. So to do that, we're going to type here command sudo UFW allow, and then for the IP address, we're going to type from. So from, and whatever the IP address you want to allow this, let's say 1.100 or whatever your IP address is, and then you're going to say 2. So it's like pretty simple, like basic English from this to this. But first thing, you're going to type the service name, and then what you're going to do, allow or deny. And then from this address to any, and then we're going to type the port number, which is 22 for SSH. If you have changed the port number for that, you can change to that port. So it's pretty simple, basic, from this address to this service to any, that means any address, and then port number is 22. So that way you set up this rule specifically from one IP address. But in case if you want to allow the whole network, it's pretty simple. You just type here the network. So let's say if it's 192.168.1.0 network with /24, so you type here this and then /24, and then other all information will stay the same because you're allowing for this whole network. Then you hit enter and it will be allowed from this network. I'm not going to type this for now because I'm logged in using the WireGuard, and my backend and front end IP addresses are different. Otherwise, I would have showed you guys how it works. Okay, and then now we are jumping to step number 4, limiting SSH. So this is the powerful one. Rate limiting blocks IPs that attempt too many connections. So that means if you set up this rule, this will allow only 6 connections per 30 seconds from a single IP address. So if this one is set up, that means you are kind of having same thing as fail to ban. So no more than 6 tries. So for that, the command is UFW limit SSH. So that way we're just limiting it to 6. And as you hit enter, your rule has been updated. All right, now let's jump to the step number 5. Step number 5, UFW Application Profiles. So in case if you don't know the port numbers for a specific application, or it's using like multiple ports, you can simply allow the complete application to use all the ports. So for that, you can type sudo UFW and then allow, and then in the courts, you will type the application name. So let's say Nginx or Apache, and it uses port 80 and port 443. So you can simply type Apache to full, or if you're using Nginx, you can type Nginx full, and this will allow all the ports available associated with the Nginx servers. Or in case if you want to see like what services or what apps are allowed already, you can type sudo UFW app and then list, and then hit enter, and it will show you applicable applications. So currently, as you guys know, we set up UFW on OpenSSH, so that's why it's showing on this one. In case if I set up on sudo UFW allow, and then I type Nginx and full, and could not find profile using Nginx because it's not actually installed on this server, so that's why it can't find it. Okay, so I have installed Nginx just to test this one, and now let's try again. Okay, let's try again, sudo UFW, and I'm gonna type here allow Nginx full and hit enter. Now you can see it's saying rules updated, and I was typing another command as well. I should share that with you as well. So if you type a UFW app info, it's going to show you the information about the app and the port numbers. And sorry, I had to type info, not into. I actually cut my finger, so that's why my typing speed is a bit slow. So now you can see it's showing profile Nginx full, and it's going to use HTTP and HTTPS services, and these are the ports are opened by typing this command, and the whole application is allowed. All right, now with this one, let's jump to step number 6, which is most important one. And why I said it's important one, because I was doing a project with my friend and I had to like do multiple changes in the ports, and I was typing this one by one, allow this port and allow this port, and then he was like, bro, you can do that with just one command. So for that, you can type the command sudo UFW allow. So that's basically you're allowing a port range. So let's say I was doing from port 8000 to port 8080, and you can simply do from this to this and then slash TCP and hit enter. Rules updated. So it's like pretty simple. Instead of typing single rule 80 times, I had to just type one line. So that's pretty awesome. And that's why I consider this one as most important. This is pretty basic, but sometimes we skip basic things and that becomes complicated. All right, with that one, let's jump to the last step, and then I'll tell you how to delete rules what you have created, because we have gone through all of the rules creation, but deletion of the rule I didn't show you. So in the step number 7, I'm going to show you how you can check the status of the UFW. So I'm going to type here command sudo UFW, and then when you type enable, that means whatever rules you have applied, they're going to be enabled right away. So you have to enable. And then I'm not going to enable this for now because I'm making a video and I don't want my session to be ended. And then we can do status verbose, and now you can see the status is showing inactive because I did not enable this one. And then another one, we can do sudo UFW and then status with number, and it's going to show you if it's enabled. It's going to show you with the numbered rules, and then you can delete those. Okay, so let's do enable because without enabling it, I won't be able to delete any of the rules. So sudo UFW enable, and it's saying command may disrupt existing SSH connection. Proceed with the operation. So let's do it. Okay, firewall is active and enabled. Now I type again the same command sudo UFW status numbered. Now you can see it's going to show you with the numbers. So rule number 1 is this, second is this, blah blah blah, and all those rules. And if I want to delete any of the rules, for that I'm going to type the command sudo UFW delete, and then I can type the number. So let's say I want to delete for the SSH, which is limit in. I can type 1 and asking this is the rule you're going to delete, proceed. If I hit Y and then check again, now you can see that rule is gone. So that way you can delete any of the rules, and if you want to modify, delete the rule and then re-add it. So it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And again, as I showed you, the allowing IP address rule, it's pretty basic, like English, like you're allowing from this to this. All right, so final thing, I'm gonna share this with you as well, resetting the firewall rules. So currently you can see we have this and rules available, so like 7 rules. And if I type sudo UFW reset and hit enter, now it's going to tell you resetting all the rules, install default, this may disrupt existing SSH connection, but I'm fine because I don't have any rule related to that. So let's check that again, and you can see it's reset. Now it's inactive. You have to redo the enable again. So UFW is one of those tools that looks simple, but it has a lot of depth once you dig in. With that, I showed you today you can handle 99% of real-world firewall scenarios on Ubuntu. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.